There are few things more annoying than sitting down to play guitar and then your string snapping, or worse, being on stage and it happening, which has happened to me. I'm Connor from Roundtable Audio, and today I'll show you 4 of the most common reasons why your guitar strings snap, and my tips on how to prevent them. Let's start with dirty strings.
Every time you play your guitar, any dirt or sweat from your hands transfers onto your strings. Moisture from the sweat can cause your strings to rust, and the dirt can build up, which stops the strings from moving properly.
Both of these things make your strings sound worse and will create weak spots on the string where it can snap.
Taking 2 minutes to clean your guitar strings before and after playing will help clean off any grime and sweat before it becomes a problem, keeping your strings sounding better and lasting longer.
I've made a short video explaining how to clean your strings that you can find here. But even the cleanest strings will eventually snap.
Your strings put up with a lot, being under constant tension, picked, plucked, strummed and bent. Whether it's the stiffening of the strings from a process called work hardening, or just being worn down by your frets, picking and finger pressure, your strings will eventually become more rigid and form weak spots. Then, one wrong bend and it will snap.
Restringing your guitar regularly is the only way that you'll avoid this. I've seen quite a lot of advice online that says you should restring your guitar every 3 months or so, and I don't necessarily agree with that. Again, I've made another video here that explains why, but in short, it all depends on how often you're playing guitar, the style of music that you're playing, how will you store your guitar, and even the climate of where you live. It varies so much from person to person. But the more you play, the more you'll understand when it's right for you to change your strings.
Damage to your saddles, nut slots, frets, and tuning posts can also cause problems that spell danger for your strings, the most common being burring.
Burrs are sharp pieces of material that stick out and dig into your guitar strings, which can cause them to snap. If you have a consistent spot on your guitar where your strings are breaking, then it might be a burr.
For saddles, nut slots and tuning posts, try working a spare string backwards and forwards through them to gently file the burr down. You don't want to use a lot of force here, and don't use an actual guitar file as you'll likely do more harm than good. Also, keep these contact points clean and lubricated. I've always found that the graphite from the tip of a pencil works perfectly fine.
For frets, you might need a fret dressing, or if it's serious, a fret replacement. Again, I wouldn't recommend messing around with files or doing it yourself, as you'll likely do more harm than good. For this and any other problem that you can't fix, take it down to your local guitar store because they'll know exactly what to do.
Finally, if you're a heavy-handed player, you might go through strings quicker, as the extra force and tension can quickly wear them out.
It's important to use the right string gauge for the style of music that you're playing. If you find you're getting through strings quickly, try moving up a string gauge.
These strings will be thicker and can handle more force.
Also, check that you're playing with the right technique. Taking a lesson, or even just checking out a couple of YouTube videos, can help show where you might be going wrong. And I find that you can always learn something. Do you agree with this list? What are some times that your strings have snapped? Share it with everyone down in the comments below. And consider subscribing for more guitar related content. Thanks for watching.